Let's talk to Duke. What up, Duke?
Oh, hey, Rocco.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How's your food?
Oh, it's good. I'm going back to the burrito now. It's delicious.
Nice. Shrimp burrito?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's good. It's very good.
You know, I never really liked seafood, but I recently come to appreciate shrimp.
Hey, that's the gateway. You're gonna like a lot more seafood.
Yeah, I like shrimp and some kinds of sushi, but otherwise, I don't know. But hey, now I'm willing to give more stuff a try.
Exactly. It's the gateway. It's like bacon is the gateway meat. If you know what I mean? If you're vegan, you smell bacon being cooked up, what are you gonna do? You're gonna eat it.
Yeah, that doesn't really work as well for fish, though, because I still don't think it smells very good.
No, it's not the same thing, but...
Yeah. But I had a question, kind of inspired by Captain Japan's bizarre living arrangement.
Yeah.
I realize this is kind of stupid asking it to a guy who collects figures, but do you have something in your house or room or whatever that you kind of know is a good conversation starter because it's so weird?
In my house or whatever?
In your house, your room, wherever.
That's a good question. Sorry, I'm chewing, but I'm thinking too.
It's okay, take your time.
Do you have something like that?
I do actually. I have a very old, kind of, I guess, 2 foot tall mammy doll. Which I don't know if you know what that is.
No.
Mammy, which is a caricature of a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought it said Manny, like the character from Degrassi or something.
No, I found that in my garage one day. I asked my mom about it. She said she doesn't know where it came from, and I told her I'm taking it because I just like kind of stuff like that that's old and beyond its time, and I just feel like it's such a weird thing to have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, everyone who has seen it has never been offended so much as, wow, that's interesting. Where'd you get that from?
Well, I don't know if I have anything like that at my house. But here at the office, I have a big, giant framed picture of a Megadeth album cover with the guy falling off a building.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Everybody always walks in and goes, why the hell is this on the wall? But I tell them that I think it's the funniest image ever constructed,
It's a good album cover.
It's my favorite album cover. But I don't know. At home, I have a lot of, food products signed by Kojima. Anything that was used in the Metal Gear games.
Oh, like Calorie Mate and stuff?
Yeah, Calorie Mate and stuff like that. I just have a bunch of that stuff signed by him, so people do ask, why do you have all this stuff? I have it all in, shadow boxes and stuff, and people are like, huh? But there you go, that's why.
Well, they're collectible to you, and, they have a lot of sentimental value.
Exactly. That's
speaking of sentimental, do you remember the first figure you bought with the emphasis of I'm gonna start collecting these?
I don't know. I've collected them forever and I never stopped.
Well, I kind of mean the first time, when you were a kid, you obviously buy action figures and stuff, but it's maybe you thought I'm gonna keep this one in the box or whatever.
For collector purposes.
Or maybe even not even an action figure, but a Japanese, regular figure.
Sure. Yeah. Man, that's a good question. The first one. I think the first time it transitioned into serious hobby versus toys, whatever is sorry. It's when I was at there was an import toy store here in San Diego, and they actually had the flip head version. They have a thing. They have Ranger figures where you can hit their belt buckle and they morph.
Yeah, I had those. I had the American ones.
They had a Japanese one. It was O-Ranger, which became Power Ranger Zeo over here, and they had one in the box, and that is one that I bought. Legitimately, it was $25, and I was like, I want that just to keep it in the box.
Oh, wow.
That's the first one for me, I think.
I remember seeing when I was a kid, we had this big mall in Arizona, and we had a huge stand with all those imported Japanese figures, and it was pretty insane because it was like all the nice ones, with all the exchangeable parts. I forget what the brand is.
Yeah.
But I was like 8 years old or whatever, and they were $200 or whatever. That was pretty. I never bought one, but I'm still not much of a figure collector. The only figures I have are a few One Piece ones, just because I was at a swap meet, and the guy had a bunch he said were from China, and I noticed they were all horribly miscolored, and I thought, I'll take them. Because I think that's funny that they're horribly miscolored. And the other one I have is when they did the Power Rangers HD season a few years back.
Yeah.
I think that was a year or two ago. They re-released figures for everyone, and I found a Green Ranger one amidst a row of maybe 20, 30 Red Rangers, and it was $1. So I just said it's $1.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Worth $1 if it helps you morph. What was I gonna say? Shit, I remember Garrett telling me that he was in middle of high school, early high school, saved up to buy a $250 or $300 Eva Unit 1 model that big.
Oh wow!
That might as well have been $1 million when I was in 10th grade. What the hell was I doing? I wouldn't have even thought of that. Oh, a $250 figure. Well, I'll never own that. I just would have never even. I can't believe he went for that.
Yeah.
So that was his, probably.
Oh, sorry. Do you remember your favorite toy as a kid? Or favorite figure, I guess?
The Zords, the Power Ranger, Dragon Zord and the Megazord, and later. I think the best one that I ever had, that I remember getting it, I was probably in 4th or 5th grade at this point, and I remember getting it and thinking, this is the coolest toy they've ever put out, was Serpentera.
Oh, I had a friend who had that. It was so jealous.
Zord, yeah. And, it broke. Probably 10 years ago, I took it out to put it in something, and it had just, rotted. It just, came in half.
Oh,
and I've been debating buying that again, on eBay. But then I found out that the Japanese one, lit up and, yelled. So I'm debating if I want to get that now.
That's pretty cool. I remember my favorite, I would always get the Dragon Ball Z figures. And what I always liked about them was when Dragon Ball Z was really big, it was basically over in Japan, but it was still we were still on Namek here.
Yeah.
So we got all the figures of characters that nobody knew about yet. Because you only knew vaguely who Majin Buu is or who Broly is and stuff like that. And my favorite was I got a Kid Buu figure, and I played with that thing constantly.
Really?
Yeah, and I think and I specifically remember I brought it to school one day to play with it at recess, and its head and arms were removable, I guess, and
I remember. I think I had that same figure, so I remember.
Yeah, and I remember I removed the head and turned away for a minute, and I lost it because I was a stupid kid. And I felt so bad the rest of the day and the rest of that night. And then I went to school the next day, and one of my classmates just came up to me and said, "Hey, I found this on the swing set. I think it's yours." And he had the head.
What?
And I still have that figure, so I'm never losing it.
Wow, how funny.
Yeah. And that always reminds me of whenever I would go to Toys R Us or whatever to look for new Dragon Ball figures. The one I would always never get because I saw them everywhere, and I just sort of irrationally hated him because of that, was Cell. And then the Cell saga finally aired here, and now Cell's one of my favorite characters.
Oh, dude, Cell's my favorite of the villains. Yeah.
Yeah, and but as a kid, we were still on Namek, and Cell was everywhere. So naturally, I just didn't want him because he obviously was stupid. Because I'm a stupid kid,
That's funny. Well, I'm glad you're over on the Cell side now. Thank God.
Oh yeah, I love Cell. I like that he even got back. They got back the original guy to do him in Kai for the dub, actually.
Yeah, that's right, huh?
Yeah. And apparently they're making Kai season 2, so I'm happy for that.
Yeah, I wonder what the hell happened there. don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still confused. The movie just came out. Did you watch that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I didn't either. So thank God. I don't know why I asked that.
Well, thank you for the call, man. Thank you
Yeah, no
very much.
problem.
I appreciate
Well,
that.
actually, I wanted to ask one more thing. If that's
Yeah.
okay. Since we're on this talk of anime, have you been watching any new anime recently, or reading any manga or anything like that?
I checked out Kill la Kill, the new by the Gurren people.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that, but I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet.
Yeah, I really like that.
I'm
And
sure it's great.
I read Toriyama's new manga.
Oh, he has a new one. What's that about?
It's called Jocko the Intergalactic Patrolman or something like that.
Huh.
And I don't want to say anything about it. You should just go find it and read it.
Is it because it's weird, like Doctor Slump, or?
I don't want to say anything.
All right, well, I'll go.
You're going to
read
be
it.
reading through it and going, I don't know. Just finish it.
All right.
Don't
you say
read
so.
anything you hear about it. Don't.
All right. All right.
Sorry, just go find it and read it.
Hey, it's fine. I read all kinds of weird manga. I mean, my favorite is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and that's
there you
bizarre. So.
Well, it is. Hey,
Yeah.
it lives up to the name. All right, take it easy, man.
All right. Likewise. Have a good night.
Thank you.